This is an icon who has passed on, and I want to believe that his spirit is still alive, and he birthed so many sons who can still continue the journey.
Not like death, it's not something that Kenyan brought up here, but this one for Baba was so sudden. We never saw it come.
As much as we are crying right now, it may be unfortunate to ever find character like Raila. Raila was more of a national figure in this country. And that shaped him even to go globally. You know, Raila has shaped the Africa continent. I believe God ordained Raila to lead us. And we all know what happened. ODM has withstood all its trials. And I also believe through this challenging time, it will come out strong. I believe it's high time that openness and that depending on Baba so much is no longer there. Now it's up to true leadership to be seen truthfully in my own way. I believe the most elections that Baba stood as a president, Baba, after going through all the tortures Baba went, all the disappointment, Baba still had to find a heart of forgiveness. That is one unique character Baba used to have. Let's honor what he stood for. He stood for devolution. Let's make devolution.
Hello world, welcome to yet another episode of the Ideal Corner podcast. The entire nation, Africa and the entire world is in a somber mode. We just lost one of our enigma, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. And as Ideal, we have a condolence message that we want to read out. In this heartbreaking moment, we at Ideal Corner podcast pour out aching condolences to the family, friends, and supporters of His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, who left us on October 15th, 2025, tearing at our hearts and closing a chapter of unbreakable courage. Oh, Raila, our engineer of dreams, with the trembling hands of hope, he rebuilt Kenya's shattered democracy, thundering for multi-party freedom in the 1990s, shattering oppression in 2002, and birthing the 2010 Constitution through 2007's tears to heal our land and empower counties. His love wove Africa's heart together via LAPSET projects and the 2018 handshake, silencing guns in his father's anti-colonial spirit. What breaks us is his tender warrior's hope, a father's embrace that leaves Kenya and Africa stronger, forever changed. May his light guide our tear-streaked path to unity, where progress brooms from love. Rest in eternal power, beloved Agwambo. Yes, it's saddening that we've lost him. Just by reading this condolence, I was almost getting into tears because Raila he played a huge role in this country, played a huge role in Kenya, played a huge role in Africa and globally. So for today, we are joined with Felix Omondi. Felix Omondi is from the Bunge La Wananchi, Senate here in Kisumu. And we just want to go through the history of Raila, his political journey, how he fought for democracy in Kenya, and where next is the country headed without Raila in the political scene. Yes, Felix, karibu.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
And I would also like to pass my condolences to the family of the late His Enigma of Kenyan politics.
Yeah.
The undisputed president of the people.
Yes.
And the king of the Luo nation. It is a sad moment for us as a Luo nation more. And also nationally, it's also a very somber moment for us nationally. So pole Mama Aida and the entire family, pole the entire Luo nation, and pole the Kenyan people. This is an icon who has passed on, and I want to believe that his spirit is still alive, and he birthed so many sons who can still continue the journey. For now, let us just support the family. Let us stand with the Kenyans, and let us stand with also the Luo community, just to give our icon a befitting send-off. Thank you.
Yeah, karibu to the corner. It's quite, we are usually very jolly in this corner, but now, under these circumstances, we're just forced to host this episode.
Yeah, it is. It is a sad moment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Truly. We also have a Gen Z in the house. Yeah, it's Timo.
Manze.
What do you have to say, man?
Like, people are just me. I don't know. I'm just feeling like the silence all over Kenya.
Mm.
Country, everyone is crying every corner, man. So sad, man. So sad. It's not like death. It's not something that kila mtu atapitia. But this one for Baba was so sudden. We never saw it coming. That's why. So may he rest in peace. Amefanya all that he could have done.
Mm.
We appreciate. So may he rest in peace.
Sad that you never choose your way of going, because for me, for us, we thought Raila could have gone with maybe masses,
Mhm.
the leaders that we know, the people that have been with him all this while.
Yeah.
It was quite unfortunate that maybe in his deathbed he was just alone, and Ogeta, his bodyguard, just the two of them.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is quite unfortunate. And we are left with so many questions,
It's a lot.
Yeah, we're left with so many questions.
This guy has been in our political scene for how many years? More than 20 years.
Yeah, more than.
So it's like this piece of puzzle is now no longer a part of our puzzle. It's missing. So how do we moving forward as a nation? How do we moving forward as the Luo community? How do we moving forward as Nyanza, Western, Kisii?
The way forward at the moment, personally, is let's give Mzee a befitting send-off.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Let us just go through the moment. It is a sad moment. Let us just go through the moment. I'm a believer of, in every situation that comes in life, there's always a reason and a purpose. So for now, let us just focus on the moment.
Yeah.
Mzee has gone. Let us cry as much as we can cry.
Yeah.
But even in our crying, in our mourning, let us not forget what he really fought for.
And what he stood for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The things that were in his heart, the things that he was so much passionate about. Those are the things, as we go through this moment of mourning, this moment of crying, this moment of pain, this moment of shock. Those are the things we reflect on. And I believe by the time we'll be putting him down, we will have a way forward by then.
Yeah.
For now, we can have a lot of speculations. We can have a lot of questions. We can have a lot of unanswered thoughts. There's so much. There's so much
to be unearthed.
But we cannot answer it all. I believe God understands it much more better. And time is a great healer.
True.
Yeah. I believe with time we'll understand why it happened the way it happened. But my key message will be, let's not forget the passionate things
that Raila stood
enigma of Kenyan politics, our king of the Luo community, stood for. Those are the things we need to reflect on and think of how we can come back strong and continue his spirit. Very sad.
It's quite sad.
Sad.
Yeah, so Felix, let's just start by asking, what are you as Bunge La Wananchi, as the Senate? What do you do? What are your roles in the community? And as such in Kisumu now, your branch now.
Yeah. I think most of us know how this Bunge La Wananchi came about. Raila, the late Odinga, was a passionate man about democracy. He was a passionate man about the community participating in giving their voices to the governance of a country, to the governance of a county, to the governance of most of everything.
Yeah.
He believed in the leaders hearing from the people on how things should be done. And that's how the Bunge La Wananchi came into existence.
Yes.
Through people articulating their issues and then having a way that it can reach their leaders to be implemented for the sake of openness and accountability.
Yeah.
So Bunge La Wananchi Kisumu came through Raila's efforts. And we are based in Kisumu Central Square.
Yeah.
And through the devolution spirit, it has also birthed the Senate.
Yes, yes.
Now, where we are just trying to articulate the issues nationally, political issues, social issues, economical issues, nationally and also locally. As you also look at the political dispensation and the political map of our Kisumu County at large and Nyanza as a whole.
Yeah.
So we basically talk about politics, we talk about development, we talk about social issues. We even teach our own people about our cultures. It's something interesting I've come to learn. We talk about how the Luo's people came to existence. What does the Luo mean? You know, being a Luo, what does it mean?
Yeah.
What is our origin? Where did we come from? Where are we? Where are we going? And I believe if Bunge La Wananchi with Senate, if anchored well, if protected well through our county governments and with the help of our national leaders, these bunges are very, very effectual.
They're key,
because they talk about real issues from the grassroots.
Grassroots, yes.
And I believe our leaders need to be very, very concerned with what some of these views mean to them.
Yeah.
So basically, Bunge La Wananchi and Senate Kisumu Central Square, where we basically meet almost every Monday to Saturday, effectively, and discuss just those kind of issues I've said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. So now, looking back in Raila's fight for democracy, Kwanza, when did you first encounter the enigma Raila? Let's just say in history, how did you get to know about him and all that?
Enigma, the late Raila Odinga, I came to hear him, I think the first time I ever heard about Raila is, I think I was in primary school, 1994, during the death of his father.
Yes.
That is when I became a bit sensitive and more alert to leadership and politics.
Yes, yeah.
Because by then, Raila was quite a stubborn young boy, yeah?
Yeah.
We used to hear stories of him swaying his father so much.
Quite defiant.
Yes, it was quite defiant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might seem he was a bit disrespectful to his father, but I think it was just trying to champion a new voice.
Yes.
At then, politically.
Yeah.
And I also appreciate the fact that his father somehow understood him as much as they used to differ.
Yeah.
And his father gave him a platform. So I think to then, Raila was coming out as a new voice to the young generation at then.
Yeah.
Because I think he was championing new ideologies. He was championing new ideas. And I think by then, the father was quite old. And maybe he couldn't resonate well.
Yes.
You know, the old versus the young. We normally have capuch and pull somewhere here.
We always at loggerheads.
Yeah.
There's that you guys wait for your turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think Raila, that time, he was coming out as a young person and was just trying to champion. He was just trying to come out and get to realize what maybe he was created for.
Yeah.
Maybe what he was passionate for. And I think we've come to see that truly politics was his passion. Leadership for the people was his passion. Raila was a people's person. And I think that's how I came to hear him. And somehow he came to plant that spirit of leadership in me. And that's how I came to begin getting interest to know more of Raila and loving his policies, loving his fight. And by the fact that I'm a Luo and he's a Luo, I think that resonated well with me.
Of course, you just click immediately.
Yes, we just clicked, and I was like, I think this is a leader that is worth to be followed. Yes.
So back then in his fight for democracy, let's say, for example, in the 1991 when he went for exile in Norway, yeah,
Mhm.
when he was championing for multi-democracy.
Yes.
Do you think that what he stood for, because this guy stood for quite a lot.
True.
Yeah, because at this point, I don't know, maybe we might say it's luck, maybe we might say the gods, he was truly chosen by God to lead us. Because what Raila did, honestly, it amounted to treason.
Yeah. Well,
In some way, it amounted to treason.
yeah. Raila was a unique character, and as much as we are crying right now, it might be unfortunate to ever find a character like Raila.
We might not, we might just not.
It was his time. God brought him for a purpose, for a mission. And with all his uniqueness and his authority and his style of doing things, that was the Raila. And I believe with all the multi-party democracy he fought it for, thank God today we can see the results.
Yes.
Thank God today some of us have the space to speak openly. We couldn't do them during those days of the Moi era,
Freedom of speech was just a dream.
Freedom of speech was just a dream.
Yeah.
And he's achieved it. And truly today you can see the Gen Zs can come out and speak boldly,
Yeah.
and leaders can hear, people can come out through Bunge La Wananchi and speak. The civil, we talk about the civil society groups can come out and speak, and it's because there's a leader who came out and championed those values. And truly today we can see multipartyism happening in Kenya, even though he paid a big price.
He did.
Sometimes people don't understand the process of the things we're enjoying right now. It's so unfortunate. Right now we could be celebrating him, but the pain, the torture, the anger, the sometimes giving up spirit he's gone through. It's quite intense. But we thank God that he never gave up. And truly I can say from my own view, he was God chosen to lead the nation, Kenya, and the Luo community to champion what he championed. Because Raila was not locked locally. Raila was not more of a Luo leader. Raila was more of a national figure in this country.
Yeah.
And that shaped him even to go globally. Raila has shaped the Africa continent as far as democracy is concerned.
Yeah, true.
Kenya right now is a case of study, simply because of Raila and so many others who he played along with to champion this democracy. And are we still, as the African countries, we are still struggling to understand how leadership has to happen in this country.
Yeah.
And with Raila's force, with Raila's championing, with Raila's battles, he's able to champion an open way of democratic style of leadership in this country. And little by little, we're beginning to see some of these changes happening here in our next neighbors in Uganda. Little by little, we are beginning to see in some of the African countries beginning to realize that leadership style is changing. The youth want accountability. The youth want openness. The youth wants transparency.
Yeah.
And some of our old leaders seems not maybe to be seeing these things. But when an idea's time has come, nothing can stop it.
Nothing can stop it.
Yeah,
honestly.
and it had to start from somewhere. And we thank God that a personality of Raila was there to champion these things. And right now, we are not yet there yet. But we can say somehow things are changing. Yeah.
So looking at his history and political journey. So he vied for member of parliament the first time he vied for member of parliament.
Yes, I think he vied for the member of parliament in Langata. I may not really remember the years, but I think he served there 2 terms, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's when Raila realized a bigger dream, a bigger passion for the entire country. And I think that's how Raila, since then, he began championing for different things. And I don't remember Raila going back to any political seat since then. He remained being at the forefront of championing democracy. remain being at the forefront of championing multipartism, and remain being at the forefront of making sure the Luo community were part and parcel of the national politics, based on the differences, based on the challenges our former leaders have gone through. If I can name them, the late Jaramogi. If we look at the history, what Jaramogi went through the hands of the late, our first president, Jomo Kenyatta. Come Tom Mboya, talk of Robert Ouko,
Achieng'
Oneko, and there's so many others, And we, Luo community, we used to feel like maybe Raila will follow the same route. And thank God he's gone through a lot. There have been attempts to kill him several times. But we thank God, in one or the other, he just survived. And that's why, to me, I strongly believe he was a God chosen to do whatever he had to do at that time. Yes.
That guy was a man of influence.
Yeah, he was. And he still is. You see, even at his death, things are standstill since yesterday.
It's like the entire nation is just quiet.
Yeah, that is to tell you that man, Raila was an icon. Raila was a true leader, in my view. He was a true leader who had the heart of the people. Raila is the Mandela of Kenya, to me.
Yeah.
Sincerely, we've lost a giant. We've lost an icon. We've lost a true leader who had a heart for this nation to change. We've heard of his story of how he wanted Kenya to
the
be
vision he had
another,
for Kenya, the vision 2030 that he was part of.
I can hear of stories that way back in those 1960, we are at the same level with Singapore. And one of the dreams Raila was championing is we could be at the same level as now with Singapore. You can look at Singapore, how Singapore has grown.
Yeah.
Those are some of the things he was championing. And I pray and believe that our current leaders may learn from our forefathers who have slept.
A thing or two, yeah.
And shape us, take us to the Singapore way and even past Singapore way. I believe it is possible. So let us just learn, what did Raila do? What was he championing for? And our forefathers, like the late Kibaki, the late Jaramogi, the late Mzee Kenyatta, we may have difference of opinions, but Kenya is for all of us. Kenya is for the 42, if not 43 tribes.
Yeah.
And I believe we need to be together. We need to be as
We need
one.
that unity, man.
And we need to pursue the dreams our forefathers used to have. The people who fought for Mau Mau, the dreams they used to have for this nation. I think it is a high time we need to rekindle them, because Raila cuts across. He cuts across the Mau Mau people and us, the new generation. He's brought a new style of leadership.
Yes.
As he picked lessons from the former freedom fighters. Yeah. So I believe it's the right time for us to just.
It was a bridge between the former and the current.
True. He is. That's why right now, even if you see, it's the majority of the youths, the majority of the Gen Z mourning him, because he touched so many of them. He's nurtured so many of them. If you look since yesterday, look at the crowd that came to the airport.
That it was crazy.
That tells you the youth associated with this man very powerfully. We may have difference of opinions, but there is a seed
that he
planted. Look if you saw Mombasa when they just heard of their death. Look at how the youth came out. There was no politician
that mobilized people to come.
People were coming out of themselves. The passion, the love they had for this, it is a shock. Because, to be sincere, we are not expecting Raila to go that soon. To be sincere,
in
we are
fact,
not
some of us
expecting
viewed Raila as immortal. There's some people that if you see them, you're like, this one, this guy, you will never die.
Was our view, we felt like Raila is a different force, in quotes. Raila is just immortal. Raila seems to be, this man is not going to die, because he's evaded death so many times. So many times,
yeah.
So to us, it didn't stick that he can go. Yes, death is there, but to me personally, I never believed Raila can go that soon. I never. It was shock, but it is reality. Now, let's deal with it.
Dealing with
Yeah.
it is the problem.
Yeah, it is, but
It's a major problem because I think when you came, we were just having a discussion, just asking, who did Raila mentor to walk into his shoes?
who did Raila mentor? It's a very interesting
It's
question.
an interesting question, a very deep question that
It's a very, very deep question.
yeah, because you brought up the issue of Miguna. Maybe if you can let also the audience know your thought on how Miguna was the one perceived.
This is purely my opinion.
Mm,
I'm not a profession in this field of leadership.
yeah.
This is just my thought, my way
Yeah.
of thinking.
Mm,
And the way I'm seeing it from a Luo perspective,
mhm.
because I'm first a Luo
Yeah.
before I became a Kenyan.
Mm,
Who has Raila mentored?
mm,
Raila has mentored so many people.
yeah.
So many people. If we name them, you know the people have been behind Raila. You know some of them. But let me just name a few. We have people like Inababu Owino, the current youthful politicians.
Mm.
We have so many other youthful politicians from Western here.
Sifuna.
We have Sifuna. We have our elder, Brother Oburu Odinga,
Yeah.
the senior youth.
Senior youth leader.
Yeah, those are some of the old people we can get to learn from them.
The likes of Akina Professor Nyong'o.
Yes,
The likes of
yeah,
Akina.
yeah. I believe Raila, those are people, they've gone through the hand of Raila.
Of Raila.
As much as Raila and Orengo could be at the same purview politically, but Raila was much more higher. Raila was much more called to have a bigger vision. And if you can remember those days, there used to be a struggle between Raila, Orengo, and Professor Nyong'o. And they tried to dispute Raila's kingship.
The Six Sisters.
Yes. And it happened the way it
Six
happened.
bearded sisters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It happened the way it happened, but I believe God ordained Raila to lead us. And we all know what happened. And Raila's meant to be. But we still have references point through them. They're still alive. And thank God, they are the ones seeing off. I might not say thank God. I might not be happy per se. But they happen to be seeing off Raila when it's not supposed to be idealistic.
Yeah.
But it has happened. It has happened. So there are so many people Raila has mentored, not only in Luo Nyanza, in Luo community. Raila has mentored several leaders in Western here. Raila has mentored several leaders in Kikuyuni. You know, I believe people like in who is this former presidential advisor who happened to be taken to school by Raila. Anaitwa nani huyo? I forgot his name. If his name come back, I'll say it.
Fact check on that.
Nani. Anaitwa nani. Who just resigned recently? Who I believe he was schooled by Raila. Those are some of the mentors I can speak of. Talk of Nairobi, we can see Akina Ladwa and the team. Those are sons of Raila who have sat down. And we can also see in his own family, he's come up with his own daughter, Winnie right now. He's trying to step in the shoe of his father. And there are so many other silent sons of Raila, like people like us, who have learned a lot, one or two, from him. It's just that we are not yet known. But with time, God will open doors and will be known.
Was it Moses Kuri?
Yes, Moses Kuri, exactly. Yes. And so many others, you know. Raila cut across the entire country. Raila had sons in Meru. You know, if you can remember Gitobo Imanyara and the likes. Raila cut across even to women. There are women Raila has mentored.
Yeah.
We can think in Passaris here. We can see the current Dagoretti MP and so many others. Akina Millie Odhiambo. We can see Wanga has come out through the Raila effort,
Yeah.
We can see so many other women, I might name them all, but we know them. So Raila has mentored quite a lot. Somebody will say Raila has not mentored people politically. I believe that will be a wrong statement for it won't be fair for him. Raila has mentored so many. There are other student leaders who have learned a lot from Raila. And some of them are pursuing his dreams and his policies.
Look at what he was trying to do with Kasumu.
Kasamuel could be one of the recent son of Raila, and so many others. It's unfortunate. I don't know what he feels right now. Baba is no longer there because of late, he was walking almost everywhere with Baba. I can remember the last public outing I saw them together was during Chan.
Yeah.
And Baba somehow stood for that boy at the stadium.
At the entrance.
Yeah, I can never forget. So Raila has sons and daughters in this game of politics. And that's why I strongly believe his spirit will not die. His spirit will not die. There could be challenges, but I don't believe his spirit will die. So Raila has mentored quite a lot. That's what I believe. That's what I see. And there are people who will stand in his shoe when the time comes. About Luo community, he seemed as the king of the Luo community. That person will just come at his own time. It's a discussion we'll have. But I believe it will just come. Because nobody appointed Raila to lead the Luo community.
True.
Nobody appointed his late father
to lead
the Luo community. Nobody appointed Akina Tomboya to lead the Luo community.
Yeah.
Nobody. If there is, please, I stand to be corrected. Nobody appointed Kina Robert Huko to come and lead the Luo community. But they were a voice then. And I also believe now that Raila has exited. There'll never be a vacuum for leadership in the Luo community. There'll never be a vacuum for leadership in the kingship leadership for the Luo community.
But it will take time. Let's be honest. It will take time to get someone to lead us.
It might. It will. It might take time. It might not. Because times have changed. The journey Raila went through might not be the journey the coming king of the Luo people might go through.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I believe time has changed. So, but getting the caliber of Raila Odinga will not be an easy job.
It won't be an easy task.
It won't be an easy task. But what I believe we can learn from him and champion the things he used to stand for and widen the scope and better things, because seasons are different. That was his season. Now I believe this is a new season for someone else.
It's a new season.
Yes.
They usually say when one door closes,
several doors open. So I believe several doors have been opened for us, the Luo community, both nationally and also locally, as far as our king has gone. So I believe there is someone outside there. I believe there is. And with time, we'll just blend with him as a community.
Yeah.
And I believe he'll take us to where the dream of the Luo community, as far as national politics is concerned, is. I believe he will just come and blend and make us achieve that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think is now the next steps for? Let's start with ODM. ODM as a party.
ODM as a party. ODM stands to be the strongest and the longest party that has remained intact since its inception. If you can remember the story, how they fought about the certificate being disappeared.
I remember.
They've come a long way, about ODM being broken to ODM Kenyan, like I don't know ODM what,
ODM Asili.
Yes, ODM Asili, So it has fought quite so many battles, and it's so unfortunate that at the 20th year, his founder will not see it.
quite
but
sad. That thing was
it's
to happen, I think, was it 12th to 14th of October? But
and I
again,
think
they
also it got
postponed.
postponed to 17th, I think to 20th.
November.
Now I think it has also not been postponed to a later date, maybe until maybe the burial of Raila. I don't know if it will happen. But ODM now stands at a confused point to some level. But I believe Mzee put in structures to make sure that even if I go, let the party remain strong. So it will have some push and pull here and there. That one naita kosa. Kutakuwa na mvutano hapa na pale.
There'll be rifts.
Yes, there'll be rifts. We expect that. There'll be the new generation caliber of leadership in ODM. Might also feel like now it is time to fill the shoes of Raila. And there's the old generation who still feel bana. The young leadership, bada muna experience. You know. So to me, I'll see that as normal. Because after the death of such an icon who made sure the party was intact for 20 good solid years, it's not
20 years is not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. So many parties have started, you know. KANU was one of the chama ya baba na mama, you know, and people thought KANU will live forever.
Look at KANU now.
But KANU now has remained to be a small party to some point, yeah. But ODM has withstand all its trials. And I also believe through this challenging time, it will come out strong. And I pray that they never forget the unity spirit. His party leader, the founder of ODM, used to champion. I still pray that unity of purpose still remains. And fighting for the right values, fighting for those things Baba stood for will still be the guiding light to the party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just this morning, I think they appointed the brother to Raila, His Excellency Oburu Odinga, as the acting party leader of the party ODM now. What's your take on that?
Wow. I don't know what ODM was thinking about it. This is purely my opinion. I don't think Oburu Odinga is in a good stature mentally, psychologically, emotionally currently to be a party leader. But maybe they gave it to him just to console the family to some point. Because Oburu Odinga has also worked with the party. He understands a lot about the party. He knows so much about the party. But we never saw him coming out strongly. Maybe then he didn't have such a powerful position maybe to speak out mostly, but maybe now he can.
Yeah.
So I'm still doubtful. I'm still confused how he'll handle all this. But I also believe he has a team. He's not just alone. There are, I believe, 2 vice chairs. There is Wanga in there as the national chair, I believe. And the experienced politicians who have worked with the party, Akina Orengo, Akina Sotsi, and Akina
Arati,
Simbarati.
Not forgetting our governor, Professor Peter.
Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. Yeah. I believe they will try to run the party in the best way possible, not forgetting the aspirations of Baba. I might not agree with the decision, but I'm not an official in the party.
But you're a member of the party.
Yes, I'm a member of the party, but I don't have that power to make some statements or some change. This is just my personal view.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
So wish him all the best. They know why. I think with wisdom, they know why they put him there. But at the moment, let him mourn his brother. It's quite heavy right now. If you've seen him in all those pressers, it's quite heavy for him.
The guy is really broken.
Yeah, he's really
really
broken.
broken.
He's really broken.
Even the way I saw Sifuna is also really broken with the.
Yeah, this thing just didn't break Kinasifu. It broke us too. We never expected when the rumor started. We took them
No
as
one
rumors.
knew that we'll reach
Yes,
to this
we
point.
we took them as rumors. We took them as kawaida propaganda, and it's so unfortunate that in this era we have human beings who sometimes paint other people's images in the name of trending in social media.
Yeah.
I pray so much that we can, as much as we have to pass some information, because we are in a different dispensation of information gathering and information sharing.
Yeah. The new media is here with us.
It's good we learn to respect some privacy of people to some point. Yeah, I'll not name names, but it happened. Let us hope and pray that one day, even you'll be a victim. You'll be a victim.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you'll also like your issues to be shared.
Yeah, doubt there.
Yeah, because I believe everybody deserves some respect of privacy.
Yeah, let's have some form of decorum.
Yes, let's have some form of decorum in sharing some sensitive private issues. And we just learn to be respectful, no matter the differences, no matter how you want to express your issues. Let us learn to have some sense of respect. Yeah, especially to us, the digital generation. Let us just not run there with the rumors and thinking that we just want to trend. But as you trend also, you could be, destroying someone's life somehow in the name of trending. Yeah. So I pray that we learn. It's a tough industry to control.
Yeah.
But I pray that we can learn and be mature and respectful enough to know how we share certain information per time. Yeah.
I think with regard to that, His Excellency the President, he just signed into law yesterday a bill. It's called the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill 2024, which says that if you post something that offends someone, you could be fined cash 20 million or jailed for 10 years.
Wow. Hey, anyway, sometimes prezo wetu pia when I move very fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's the president, he sits at a seat that he sees things differently from the way as we are. He has the responsibility of governing this country.
Yeah.
To me, some of the bills he signed, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, around 8 bills were signed yesterday.
I think those were.
Just check what the bills were, and then that was just one of them.
That was too fast. I don't understand the wisdom and the understanding that he reached to signing those bills at yesterday during the death of one of the icons of this country who championed.
Were the bills that urgent for them to be signed at that point? In the midst of all this confusion, in the midst of all this sorrow, in the midst of all this pain that people are undergoing?
To me, I don't think they were so urgent. I don't think so. And I also believe we've not exhausted fully on those bills. There are controversial issues there.
Yeah,
that
true.
we really needed to find some good time to iron them out. And that's where sometimes I fail to understand our leaders. That's where sometimes I feel I'm in the wrong country. I don't know if some of our leaders love this country too much the way we people, we don't have other choices, other country to go to.
Yeah. This is our
we
home.
would love to have a country that over 40 million Kenyans enjoy and feel free to contribute to the betterment of its everything in every corner. The laws, the economy, the civil rights, everything that involves in building a country. But sometimes I feel like our current leaders run too fast with some of these bills. To me, I think that was not the right time. But I also stand to be corrected. I said, I'm not the president.
Yeah.
He sits in a different position than me. And as much as sometimes we disagree on how he ran things, maybe we give him the benefit of doubt, being the CEO of this country. He understands things better than us. So it has happened. I think if there are any other issues, we'll see the legal way of how to challenge them. Yes. But I don't think yesterday was the right time to put those bills.
Yeah.
You will have waited even after this painful moment we are going through. Yeah. But that's the president we have. So we try to survive with him.
It's tough. It's tough. Now, moving forward with the demise of our enigma, how do you foresee the politics in Nyanza? Let's start with Nyanza.
Wow.
Because in Nyanza, Coast, Western, there was some, for lack of a better term, I'd say there are some leaders who have said that they used to zoea Raila akikuinua mkono
Ni
wewe umechaguliwa. Hiyo ni kama umepewa direct ticket. How do you foresee politics happening in Nyanza? Let's just start with Nyanza because this is our home.
Yeah, let me start with Luo Nyanza to be precise. Our home, where we've seen the lifting of hands trend happening quite often. And we used to dispute that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's why we used to disagree with Baba. Because Baba was an advocate of the people's leaders.
Yes.
Baba was an advocate of leaders who trend well with the people. Yeah. But now at times, he had his own wisdom.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can call it wisdom, of raising hands of certain politicians. And it happened. Some did well, some did bad. But majority of them, they didn't do well.
Can I read the bills before?
Yeah, you proceed.
Yes, you can.
The first one was Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill. There was Privatization Bill.
Privatization.
Oh, Privatization Bill.
Yeah.
There was
which has been
controversial.
Yeah.
The Virtual Asset Service Providers Bill. The National Land Commission Amendment Bill. There's the Land Bill. There's the Wildlife Conservation and Management Amendment Bill. National Police Service Amendment Bill.
Yeah.
And Air Passenger Service Charge Amendment Bill.
Yeah, those bills, some of them were good.
But the two that are
But the major two that are quite controversial, the privatization bill.
What they're fighting for with the KPC, the Kenya Pipeline Company.
And the
Cybercrime.
Cybercrime bill.
Misuse, yeah.
That one, I believe president is going to face some challenges legally. Yeah, he's going to be fought on that. Let us just finish the morning first.
Yeah.
And we are going to see how to challenge it, because I believe we've not really exhausted on it. As much as they could be having good intentions for this country.
Yeah.
Yes.
We still need some answers.
But we still need some deliberation and some clear answers. We need to understand that bill clearly, because there's a mistrust issue with our leadership. They get into these seats to acquire wealth at a position of advantage, which to me, I find it very, very wrong. Using your office of power to acquire wealth that you never built, to accumulate wealth that you never contributed to it, and the property or the those institutions they want to sell has been built by the people's money. I don't think we're going to leave that quite easily. I believe what is meant for the people need to remain for the people. And the people must be involved fully.
Mm.
I have a problem with this country. It seems not to understand public participation.
Mm.
Maybe our lawyers need to come and help us to understand what is truly public participation.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we just do things for the sake of formality.
Mm.
And that's where our leadership fails. And that's where sometimes we get ourselves into quagmires like the Gen Z protest, because the generation of now are quite informed.
Yeah.
And they're quite smart and they are deadly daring. If the old think that we'll just leave some battles go easily, pole, and we'll fight them in smart ways.
Yeah.
Digitally, they will not overpower us because majority of them don't even know how to use your social media. Yeah, AI is in place.
Yes.
The tools for us to really fight these things intelligently and in a nice way. And if that doesn't work out, youths are the fire force to go to the streets and agitate for their rights. So those avenues, I believe, we'll look into them and try to just see how we can shape this country, because we're not trying to fight the presidency. We're not trying to fight any leader. We're just fighting for this country. We want an equal share. Just the way you came from nothing and now you're enjoying millions in the name of being the president, we also, as Kenyan citizens, we also want to enjoy the few thousands or the few millions we can in the name of us being Kenyans, citizens of this country.
Yeah.
So that you get your share, I get my share fairly and transparently, without any corruption. Yeah. So those bills will face some challenges up and mbele. Some could be good. Some could be good. But those two controversial ones, the presidency and the parliamentary groups, expect some legal battles coming
moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you are proceeding with how politics is going to run in Nyanza.
Yes. We were Nyanza now. Now, we the Luo community, we've had the tradition of Raila lifting hands of certain leaders. We've heard of direct nominations in the ODM party, and it contributed to breaking, to disagreements in the party. That is going to change because every leader has his own way of leading his organization.
True.
Raila had his own way of leading ODM. Now he's not in the picture. It has been left to the sons and the daughters. He's built on time. He's cultivated through all those 20 years the party has been to existence. And some of them have different opinions right now. Some of them have matured to air some different views. And I believe it's going to affect a lot the party. Those styles are going to change. Even right now, I'm foreseeing the candidates running for, is it Kasipul and Unguja constituencies. They're going to face some challenges. Yeah. So I believe it's high time that openness and that depending on Baba so much is no longer there. Now it's up to true leadership to be seen. We want to take people into that august house, people who care for the people.
People who deserve to be there.
Definitely. People who are not just lifted hands for the sake of being lifted hands because they may be close, they were close to Baba, or because of certain private reasons that we never understood.
Some that we were looking at it in form of reward.
Yeah, some were being rewarded. But right now, the party is going to be at a place where rewards are not going to be there. You have to prove yourself that you are worth of that seat. So those are some of the things that are going to change in Luoland. And I believe we are now going to see true leadership coming out.
Yeah.
If you don't deliver for the people, please just pack and go. Yes, because even us, we are ready. We've suffered a lot at seeing you people messing this lovely Luo community.
Mm.
You've been given opportunities to uplift the lives of Luo communities, but you're not doing it.
You don't deliver.
So it's gonna change.
Mm.
And I admonish and encourage youths who believe they can be true leaders. Come out.
Yeah.
It is time. It's not about money.
Mm.
I believe it's about the passion you have. And you see how you can be helped in planning the entire dream you have for leading a constituency or leading a county. And I believe it is possible because there are some youthful leaders who have got into Parliament House without money.
Mm.
We have our current MP, Silasia,
Salasia, yeah.
is one of them.
Mm.
We have now our current CS of, is it water and something?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a good example of a
Mm.
leader
Mm.
who still remains uncorrupt up to date.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still remains a very good quality leader who is delivering and doing a lot as a CS of water.
Yes.
And those are the caliber. You see, that is to tell you that in this country, kuna viongozi.
Mm.
Kuna viongozi who have a heart
Mm.
to better the lives of the people.
Mm.
So it's going to change. It's going to change. It's going to change. It's going to affect ODM big. And ODM is going to realign itself into the true dreams, into the true values they were believing in, they were pursuing when Baba used to be alive.
Yeah, to the new changes.
Yeah, so mambo ya kuinua mikono pole for those who are depending on.
The benefactors of that.
Yes, it's too bad.
Mm.
Baba has gone.
Mm.
Now it's you to fight your way up.
For your own, yeah.
Yes, and go represent the people. Kama uwezi, wachia watu ambao wana deserve.
But don't you think in some way this will be a challenge? Because I'm foreseeing a point where we are going to be divided. Look at it this way.
Mm.
We are going to have various people vying for these seats. And these people, of course, they love their following, quote unquote.
True.
And during Baba's period, it was more of the uniting factor. Because when he said we go this way, walikuwa nasema Baba akisema left, kila
Tunaenda
mtu
left.
tunaenda left. So don't you see some form of division?
Definitely.
And then let's not lie to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Politics in Nyanza is no longer peaceful.
Yes,
It
of
is
late,
very
of late.
violent.
Yeah, very, very violent. Of late we've
It is
seen.
very violent. And I'm foreseeing a time where there'll be more deaths. People will lose property. People
Mhm.
will lose lives.
Mhm.
So it's just a mess. It's a total mess.
Wow, yeah. It will be challenging.
Mm.
I don't want to use the word division. I want to be a
Mm.
bit careful with my words
Yeah.
because I'm a hopeful human being.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm alive,
Mm.
there are things that God will want me to do for my people and for
Yes.
my community.
Yes.
And I'll do it at my level, per time.
Mm.
Yes, it's going to be a challenge because Baba was a unifying factor.
Mm.
And let's not forget, Baba was not always perfect.
Mm.
There's some moves he made that were wrong. Yeah. And I'm a believer of the people comes first before the person
Yeah.
who is the leader.
Mm.
I'm a believer of that strongly.
Mm.
That if the people believe that you can lead them, you're automatically a leader. That's what I believe. And it's high time we get to understand true leadership. Because to me, the version of leadership I'm seeing in this country, I can categorize them in two ways.
Mm.
There's the true leadership. I don't know if I can use the word fake or borrowed leadership. I don't know.
Mm.
Let me just categorize them. There's the true leadership and there's a fake leadership.
Mm.
What does the true leadership mean? If you look at biblically, if you've been a student of leadership, even through your family connection, if you saw how your father led your family, your mother helped in helping your dad leading the family. Let's go back to our clans. We go back and read that history and get to see how leadership truly has to be. It's not how it is in Kenya currently. It is also not how it is in our community. There are few leaders who are doing well, but generally, majority of us, we are not doing well. we've turned leadership to be a platform for stealing and acquiring wealth at the expense of making the custodians of this power you've been given, who are
Yeah.
the people,
Mm.
suffer.
Mm.
So it's more of divide and rule.
Mm.
I believe now it's high time we go back to true leadership, servanthood leadership of helping the people. Divisions, separations are normal in every organization. But if there's a structured way, if there's, people never forget the vision of the party or the vision of the community. That is what will always guide the people. Wrangles will always be there, but they will always appear somebody. There'll always be a somebody who will appear per time to remind the people that this is where we are to go. This is the vision. This is the dream. This is the end game for everything. So, yes, challenges will be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe through challenges, there'll always a true leader who will appear and try to remind people of the dreams and the aspirations of a community, of an organization, and of a party. Not forgetting, there are forefathers who planted the seeds of the party. To be precise, let me use ODM. There are forefathers who fought for ODM to be where ODM. ODM didn't just begin as ODM.
Yeah.
It began through, I don't know, Ford. You can speak of Ford, those ages of Ford,
Mm.
came to LDP,
LDP, yeah.
broke to Ford Kenyan and stuff. And now ODM is the one that has withstood the test of time. They have to celebrate the 20 years. So that tells you there are processes that people have to go through in between that have been pushed and pulled, that have been challenged. So about Luo politics being nasty, too unfortunate, it might happen again. Because in every pain, there must be some gain. So there will be pain for various communities. So sad to use the word, they will slaughter themselves. So sad that some young men will be used to take pangas and hit on others. So sad that some youths will die, will shed the blood. Because for people who understand the struggle for power, there are two ways power works.
Mm-hmm.
There is the godly way, and there is the evil way. And out of these leaders, we don't know where some of them visit to get this power. Some of them gives us funny stories outside here that if you truly and study keenly, you might be shocked.
Yeah, true.
To see some of those kinds of events, people shedding blood, that tells you some of those leaders are not the right leaders.
Mm.
Because I believe as a leader, it's very painful for you to kill someone for the sake of a position. It is wrong. It is wrong. To me,
It is inhumane.
yeah, that is just a wrong leader to me.
Yeah.
No matter how good or famous you are, qua ground, let's stop lying each other. Politicians, not all politicians are leaders. Majority of politicians have interests. And majority of them, their interest is never helping the people. They just run in that name.
Self-interest.
But
first.
majorly them is about money.
Mm.
And that's why I pray that we can mature enough to understand the difference of leading people and the difference of using the position to get wealth.
Mm.
Sometimes that's why I have a bone of contention. Yeah. So it's unfortunate we will fight. It's unfortunate we might not have the unifying voice of Baba.
Mm.
But as I said, there will never be a vacuum of leadership.
Yes.
Where there is commotion, where there is confusion, somehow
Someone will just sprout.
someone will just sprout out and bring sense.
Mm.
Yes. So it might not be somebody we expect. It might not be somebody we know. But I believe there's just somebody who just come out and help the Luo community, not shed blood anymore through these political shenanigans, fighting, and yeah. So to me, I can say, let us just keep praying
Mm-hmm.
and hoping for the best.
Yes.
What I'll also add is I pray for our community to draw closer to God, because God is the best solution provider. God is the best advisor. God is the best direction you can ever have.
Mm.
And I believe if a community loves God more, their ways will always be better. So I pray that we can improve and help our community to learn more about God.
To me, I would say the late Raila was like the president that never was. Why would I say that? Look at 97 when he first vied.
Mm-hmm.
Alishindwa. He lost the elections, but still managed to find a way to work with Moi.
With Moi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2007,
Yeah.
2002 alishika mkono ya Kibaki.
Yeah.
Kibaki tosha, so that year I didn't run. 2007, same. Lost, but still managed to find a way to work with Kibaki.
Mm-hmm.
2013, lost to Uhuru and Ruto. 2017, they still find a way.
Yes.
There was the first handshake.
Mm-hmm.
2022, when Ruto now won, became
Yeah.
president, he
Mhm.
still found a way amidst the Gen Z protests and all, still found a way to work with Ruto.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this country from 1997,
Yeah.
Baba was the president in some way, quote unquote, because the vision he had for the country
Yeah.
and where he really pictured the country would be, it's like he was moving the country to that direction.
True.
So
True.
how then does now Kenya move as a country without this guy in the picture?
I'll repeat my statement. There'll never be a vacuum for leadership,
Mm,
especially for a community,
mm,
for a country.
mm,
There'll never be a vacuum.
yeah.
So Baba came at his time,
Mm,
and he did the best he could do. Despite his dream of being at the top seat,
mm,
reasons beyond us that we can never understand
Yeah.
why he's never sat at that seat,
mm,
we don't know.
mm,
Because truthfully,
mm.
in my own way, I believe the most elections that Baba stood as a president, Baba won.
You won all of them.
That one I believe strongly, and if somebody can challenge me
Mm,
through that, open for me the servers.
yes.
If truthfully you want to face this thing,
Mm,
open for me the servers.
mm,
Let's not hide anything,
mm,
and let us see what the servers said.
mhm,
They have never been done
Mm.
since then.
Mm.
Even after that,
mm,
after using all that kind of money, after going through all the tortures Baba went, all the disappointment, Baba still had to find a heart of forgiveness. That is one unique character Baba used to have. It is so painful, facing death, not
Yeah.
once,
Mm.
not twice,
mhm,
facing that kind of hatred, the names Baba got, facing all that. And then later you come and say, tusahau yote haya yalitendeka, tugange aja through the names of handshake.
Baba was quite peaceful. But
Baba was just a unique
he
calling.
was quite. In fact, I think just yesterday I was the Senator Onyonka was being interviewed on TV,
Mhm.
and he said in 27 when they knew very well Baba won, but
Mhm.
in some way the votes were stolen.
Mhm.
So the leaders that were with Baba in a room, I think they had their meeting. Was it NAC then?
Was it 2022?
207. 207.
I think
207
it
was NAC,
I
yeah?
think it was NAC, yeah.
Yeah, so
National
the leadership,
Alliance Rainbow
yes.
Coalition, yes.
Yeah, so the
Mhm.
leadership of NAC, this guy is proposed that we go for a civil war. Baba
Okay.
told them that, we don't have the capacity.
Mhm.
Also, we can destroy this country in a week. But building it will take
years.
hundreds of years.
Yeah. That was wisdom. Wisdom sometimes doesn't make sense to you,
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
but it is wisdom. Because The reason why Baba got names Baba, which still stands up to date, is because of his wisdom. He did things that even his followers
Could never understand.
where you
true.
came out from. You know, unakujaga,
How did you come up
vitu.
with this
Yes.
idea? Yeah.
And you just find his followers will align with that decision he make. And that was what I say, true leadership. I'm still yet to see a leader of his caliber in this country. I still haven't seen.
Yeah.
A leader who, despite his challenges he's gone through, the battle he's gone through, Juicy Ruto compare positions. Yeah? And he shared across the board. He shared to the Coastarians. He shared to the Luos. He shared to the Turkanas. He shared to Western people. Look at that leadership compared to the others who have been there before us. Where were they sharing these positions? You know, even one of us was given up certain positions. Same government of Ruto. Where did he took them? So I'm yet to see a leader who has a heart like the late Baba.
Yeah.
And that's why we are mourning Baba. We feel he's left his children at a time he was not supposed to live. But we leave it to God. Yeah? So it's a challenge. It's a tall order for us Kenyans that we can learn that Baba loved Kenya more than even how he loved Luos. Yes, he was fighting for us, yes. But he loved Kenya more.
He
And
put
wanted,
the country first.
Yes, he wanted the country to be united. He wanted the Somalis to get the equal share they deserve. He wanted the most smallest, neglected community to be recognized. Those are the things Baba championed. He's the Baba of devolution. He's the spirit. He's the man behind devolution. I'm not saying he's just the only one. There were people. But he came out more vocally and more strongly to defend devolution, even during his death. I'm still yet to see a government that will honor him. Actually, Ruto should do this. He should honor, was it the 35% Baba was advocating for to come to devolution? He should honor that in the name of Baba. Because so far, if you study keenly in this country, leadership is changing. The presidential kind of system is failing. It's failing. Let's change it. Let's bring it to parliamentary or I don't know what. But this kind of power being bestowed on one man with this time? No. We need to change it.
Yeah.
A president is a father of the country. If truly a president wants to be a leader of a country, he's a father of a country.
They should empower devolution.
They should empower devolution and they should get out of this me power mentality. I want to control that. If I want roads in my county, I have to go to State House. To me, that is still an old mindset. For those who have traveled in this country, I can use the example of Germany. Look at how Germany has developed.
Yeah.
Devolution. Devolution has developed. Look at how states has developed. Devolution. Because I believe the problems of Kisumu County, I, as the member of Kisumu County, an MC of a county, I understand it more than the president who sits in Nairobi and he gets briefs. And sometimes he'll be advised based on the people surrounding him with their own interest. So the president may never really see the real picture, the true picture, the ground. And that's why I believe devolution helps the president. If Ruto truly wants to be a true leader in this country, he needs to understand something. Devolve your problems. Wacha kubeba shida zote bwana. Devolve problems to governors. Let us, the people, handle our governance here, because if you still want to stick with those problems up there, trust you me, Gen Z will still come.
Of course, definitely.
Yeah. So if you want to better this country, devolve hizo shida. What constitution promulgated in 2010? Devolve them with everything. Let the government just remain a supervisory role.
Yes.
Look at it. We have a Minister of Agriculture nationally. In every county, we have ministers of agriculture.
True.
We have a Minister of Finance nationally. In every country, we have a Minister of Finance too. Look at those functions. And the national government is holding a lot of money for nothing. And that's why we have corruption. Devolve that money to the Minister of Finance down here. Give that Minister of Finance down here. He handles the finance issues of the county. You'll be helping the people. Akishindwa, the people are there. We have our parliament here. Yeah. We have our bunges here. And I want to really advocate for the Bunges La Wananchi in every county to be empowered through the county governments.
Yes.
We call our parliament, where MCAs go, county parliament.
County assembly.
County assemblies, yes. We need to recognize those voices of the people. And if we really want to run our counties and our country well, those Bunge La Wananchi, those Bunge La Senate, they speak the heartbeat of the people.
Yeah.
I pray that our leaders, if they want to be true leaders, learn these kind of things. Ruto, if he will ever get this message, learn one way if you want to lead this country better. If God helps you, you get your second term. How do you want to finish your legacy? Honor things Baba fought for. Honor things people like Kibaki started putting the structures. Let us see how devolution can be empowered. Devolve your problems from State House. Itakusaidia sana, sana, sana.
Yeah.
If you have advisors advising you wrong, please always make some impromptu journeys to this Bunge La Wananchi. You are a head of state, you can find some of your people to send, and people who can really bring you the true grassroots information, how people are suffering and how it can help you better this country. Yeah? Devolve your problems. That is one solution that can help this country. Devolve. Let every county handle its own unique challenges. You, as the main government, just play the supervisory role, trying to make an environment for this country becoming better, wonderful. MPs, if you want to honor Baba, wacha nini na CDF. Wacha CDF iende penye inafaa. Wacha nini na CDF. Get into the parliament, be legislators. You pass laws without conflict of interest. Because once the CDF money is, most of their judgments, are never right.
Yeah.
But when there is no CDF MP to think of how he will enrich himself, I believe we'll get red leaders to legislate this county. Same thing applies to MCAs. Stop asking for I don't know fund for what? Women fund. Sijui women rep fund.
Youth empowerment.
Stop those nonsense. Yeah? Get into that house, legislate how those funds that come from national that evolve, they get right laws. Yeah? To see how those funds help the people. Yeah? And maybe we can reach to a place whereby all these constituencies can have people constituencies board. Where in those constituencies are people voted. They are voted by the people of those constituencies. And they're enshrined in a constitution, in one way or the other, that the peoples decide the kind of development they want for their constituency.
Yes.
And we delink these things from these MPs because there's a conflict of interest. And that's when every person wants to become an MP. Because why? Because of the 180 million, I think, they get per year. It's not really about serving the people. So if you want to change the leadership of this country, those are some of the things we need to look at and have a sincere, honest conversation. Let's begin looking at where did we go wrong from 1963, and begin shaping this country. Because some of the mistakes that are happening right now are based on some of the colonial, useless agreements we made that are still colonizing us. Those are things we need to look at them, change them, if we really want to better this country.
Yeah.
Because they are back to their country, bettering their country at the expense of our own resources. Yeah? How can we have a 50-50 win We need each other.
Yes.
I'm not advocating that we split. I'm advocating that we join hands to be together in terms of 50-50 win. You get your share, I get my share, and we both live in this global world God has blessed us with. Harmoniously, happily, and together. Yeah.
Yeah, so as we conclude, how will you summarize Raila Odinga's overall legacy?
Man, summarizing Raila Odinga's legacy can take a whole year, bro. Can take a whole year. That is a man you cannot summarize him even in a minute, but I'll try. Raila's legacy, he was a nationalistic figure. He was a father for this country. Raila was an enigma in the politics of this country. We are yet to find another enigma who can replace him. Raila was the undisputed president of the people. We are yet to find a person who will challenge that title. Yeah? Raila was the president we would love to see at State House. But unfortunately, in whichever way, he was never there. But in one or the other, he never lost that dream. Through the spirit of handshakes, he was able to give certain views, certain policies that has helped to shape this country. Yeah? So to summarize Raila's legacy, to me, the advice I can say is, I've said some of them. Let's honor what he stood for. He stood for devolution. Let's make devolution work. Let's bring the 35% to the devolution. All those things that are devolved, let the national government devolve them with immediate effect. I don't understand why you're in the 15th year of the Constitution, in the new dispensation of the Constitution, yeah? I don't see why 15 years past, we are still holding some things that are not supposed to be held by the national government. Devolve them. Rural roads are here. Devolve those funds to here so that the rural roads of every county can manage their rural roads. The roads board for every county, devolve those funds, man, so that the engineers and the people who are supposed to do those jobs, they do their job. I don't know why you still have to hold this money. It's because of corruption. Yeah? Thirdly, and finally, Raila never loved corruption. He used to say, "Mweupe kama pamba." That is one way we can honor him. Yeah? Let's do away with corruption. Let's kill corruption in this country, in this county, because so much money. I remember our former president, Uhuru, said that we are losing amount of 2 billion. Was it a day or
a day?
A day, you can imagine. So just do 2 billion in a day, in a year. Just do 2 billion in a month. That's 60 billion. Now do 60 billion in a year. That's over a 1 trillion plus disappearing. Now imagine we can just have that 1 trillion to help in the education menace we are having, to help in the healthcare menace we are having, to help in the youth job creation menace we are having. I still don't believe we need to export our youths to go work abroad. We have resources here in this country. Look at here, Kisumu. We have a whole lake, fresh lake water, the only one, if I'm not wrong. Is it in Africa? Yeah? I think it's in Africa. The only fresh lake. So much fish is coming out of this lake. But a whole industry, a multi-billion industry. But why are you not tapping it? Simply because of some stupid, useless policies that the national government is still holding. Devolve some of these things. This lake is not in Nairobi. This lake is in Kisumu County. There's a reason why God has placed this resource in this country. It must benefit 90% or 99%, the owners. There's a reason why it is put where it is. Let's look at ways of tapping that industry.
Yeah.
How is it will not go abroad? Let's look at ways of tapping agriculture. You know, nowadays there are so many courses on agribusiness. Let's look at way of tapping agriculture, food security to each and every county. We have a minister for agriculture. Come on, how can they lie us with the national minister? and have the same policy papers. Yeah? Maybe a bit different per county. Yeah? So that you can have 48 different policy papers from every county. What is the work of the national government? Make the environment of food security thriving in this country. We have minerals in each and every county. They are not in the national, they're not in Nairobi. Devolve these things. I don't know why it is simple. It is simple, but because corruption, self-interest.
A game of interest.
Yes, is here. Yeah. That's why we are having this problem. That's why it's taking still 15 years plus. And it may even take maybe quite some time. You know? That's why it's taking all this time to devolve some of these simple, basic things that doesn't need a Gen Z to come to Nairobi and throw stones and threaten you that tunataka ku take over State House. It's just simple things. It is you as leaders, me and you as leaders, living within your means. Stop having this greed. We need to have strong bills that advocate for civil servants not doing business with the government. You are the president and you want to do business with the office. Conflict of interest. And that's why we'll never grow. We need to separate these things. Something I want to say controversial.
Yes.
I don't believe in the president being immune. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. I don't believe Jesus being our great leader was immune. Jesus answered to every question that was controversial when his role as a leader was in question. I believe that law has been put by the so-called wealthy to protect some things. I believe an accountable leader must not be immune to questioning. We don't need to wait for him after ashatoka
To the end of his term.
ndio sasa tunaanza kumpeleka court. No. If truly you are the true leader, man, you need to be questioned. But the geopolitics have covered these things in the name of laws to protect the so-called wealthy, the so-called able who can have their way up there so that they can keep on running this country or running this world the way they want. I believe we need to change all that. Yeah. I like the way, which country is this? I don't know, there's a country here. I saw a president that I think he passed on. I cannot remember. I don't know, it is Colombia. I don't know. There's a small country. I don't know, it is Peru, where I used to see a president so simple, down to earth. Anna Hata Gods. And that country, people are not blaming him or anything. Because after that, utamblamia nini? He has trusted the people more. He has helped the people more. He understands leadership is about serving the people more. If the people are happy, hautakuwa na shida as president ukitoka. Yeah? And that's why right now, as much as Baba has left us, yeah, you can see his family being free.
Yes.
There's nothing that
ties
them to like kuna waliba pesa ya watu, waliba land ya watu. You can see people coming out generously.
In large numbers.
Generously wanting to give. You can people. I was hearing people are fighting. Mi nataka kuchukua sanduku. You know, people want to take some. Why can't we be those kinds of leaders? That when you die, yeah, you die restfully, knowing very well my wife and my kids that are left, my properties, they will never be. Which term can I use? This term of what to break into people's property.
Let's just
vandalized
or repossessed.
Yeah, repossessed, you know, because now now sasa umetoka hauna power anymore. Wacha sasa unataka sasa kukuonyesha pia hauko na power. Now we want to make sure we tesa you, we stress you. No. I think our leaders need to come out of this money, wealth, grabbing mentality. Those are some of the things that are failing this continent of ours.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot. Those are some of the dreams Baba was pursuing. Like he went to African Union. You
Mm.
can remember his vision for African Union.
Yes.
Turning the resources we have
Mm.
into helping our own continent.
And the infrastructural plans. that
Yes,
we had.
the infrastructural plans. You can just see how the partnership he had with Kibaki,
Mm.
the kind of roads that came
Mm.
for the entire country.
Mm.
And the entire Africa began adapting into his ideas. And that's how he became the infrastructure. How he never won the AU. God has
Still
reasons.
remains a question.
God has his own reasons.
Still remains a question up to date, but either way, they say God has his plans.
Yeah, so to me, that is what I can say
Mhm.
based on how I'm seeing our county, Kisumu, the Luo community, how I'm seeing Baba, how I've been seeing him, and now that he's left us, what next? What next is we mourn him. And as we mourn him, what positive message do we get from all his struggles he was championing for this country? And how can we implement them as quickly as possible?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, Felix, thank you very much for your time. I think it has been an interesting conversation.
Thank you very
The
much.
next time we'll get you here, definitely we'll be speaking about overall governance in this county and nationwide.
I'll really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and I know it will be an interesting conversation.
Awesome.
Yeah, to our idealist, to the entire nation, all I can say, what you can learn from this is that this is a new awakening for us as a country, as the Luo Uganda. This is a new awakening for us. Let us just mourn His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga graciously, and may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.